answering more than 100,000 crisis calls each year.
People who are severely depressed have a place where they can come to get help.
Voiceover artist Julianne Grossman is a survivor of suicide. She turned her pain into comedy, creating a one-woman show called From Bonkers to Botox. She now raises money for the Dee Dee Hirsch Center and wants others to know there is hope and help available.
But I made it through, and it's just time. That's all. And the light comes. It comes.
In Century City, Angie Crouch, NBC4 News.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm wonderful. So nice to see you guys again.
It's good to see you.
Same
We've
here.
known each other for
A long time. I know you guys have been in the mental health, physical health space for so long and been doing some incredible work on your own and also with Dee Dee Hirsch, where I'm the CEO and have been there for 23 years. And I'm also a marriage family therapist as well.
Dee Dee Hirsch means so much to me. You know that, and so much to Tibby. Why do you feel that mental health and physical health equals optimal health?
Yeah, well, mental health is health. I think when we separate the two, we are not treating our whole body and we are not paying attention to optimal health in that way. So we all know that physical health impacts mental health impacts physical health. We've seen many examples of that, even with as recent as COVID. And when we're not treating mental health the same or with the same parity, it's saying it's less important, and then it becomes more stigmatized. And people then don't get the help they need, and then more people die, unfortunately, and more families are impacted and having to deal with that grief. So at Dee Dee Hirsch, and I know with the work that you guys are doing as well, it's bringing those two together to make sure people have all the tools they need to have a fully productive life and the most optimal health. And health meaning all health, not just mental health, but physical health as well.
Our goal is to save lives in whatever location we present the Life Boost Fit program. Our goal is to create healthy lifestyles mentally and physically.
You have to look at our body as a whole.
Yes,
right?
holistically.
So
yeah.
it cannot be broken down to, okay, I have a head and up, we have a brain, and then downstairs there is nothing, or vice versa. There is only my bodies, but up here is just not important. And I think this is the phenomenon, and that's why it's so stigmatized, because we, in the past, and even now these days, are not recognizing how important is to taking care of the mental part, and how important also now that these two, recognizing by science as well, that it's connected so much. So it's what you're putting into your stomach, it's impacting your thinking, it can impact your mental decline, our mental decline.
Or your mental
or improvement.
Improvement, right. What do you think, Lynn?
No, absolutely. I think what the work that you guys are doing is so critical, especially nowadays, because as I mentioned, we've all learned through even just COVID and some of our own experiences of how important the mental health and physical health connection is to overall well-being and good health. And it affects if you're not getting the proper nutrition, it can affect the sleep you're getting, which can affect your mental health. Like everything goes together. And I think traditionally people have not seen the mental health connection because there are symptoms of mental health you don't see, like physical ailments that you can see or experience.
Right.
And so to connect those two together can be difficult, but that's why I'm really so excited about the work that you guys are doing and bringing this together, because you both have your own personal stories to share as well, which connects it for people and gives people hope that this is something doable. You can take care of your mental health. You can take care of your physical health in the same way. And there can be hope for a better and healthier life in that way.
Hola Alicia, ¿cómo
Hola,
estás?
muy bien.
So, ¿cómo te sientes últimos 2 meses?
¿Meses? Me siento
Meses.
muy bien. Estoy muy contenta de haber empezado este programa. Pienso que en 2 meses mi nivel de energía ha subido tremendamente.
Perfecto.
Duermo bien, a pesar de que tengo condiciones de enfermedad que he tenido cirugía de rodilla y tengo artritis en mis manos. Estoy feliz de haber comenzado este programa. Quiero decir que tengo 71 años y bueno, y soy capaz de seguir boxeando, trabajando, haciendo abdominales. Estoy muy, pero muy contenta. Aparte, la dieta que me han dado es excelente, ha cambiado completamente la forma de que como, y eso me ayuda por mi depresión a dormir bien. Así que estoy muy, muy contenta.
Alicia, muchas gracias.
Es un cambio de vida, es un cambio de vida, es una forma de vida. Y yo pienso de que, o sea, lo tienen que probar. Mucha gente tiene que hacer esto porque, especialmente yo, que estaba totalmente sin movimientos, sentada, eso ha cambiado mi vida. La energía y las endorfinas que creo después de cada sección me hacen sentir bien y bueno, me he olvidado un poco de todos los dolores que nos afecta a la gente de la tercera edad.
Perfecto, gracias, muchas gracias.
A major pharmacy here in the United States, and I'm interviewing a pharmacist on what he thinks of mental health. Can you tell me your name and what you do?
Yes, my name's Jay. I'm a pharmacist at a retail pharmacy in California.
Okay. What does health mean to you as a pharmacist? The definition of health?
Maintaining the optimal performance of the body and mind in a way that we are able to accomplish anything that we want to do with our day-to-day lives.
Okay, so that includes
Anything from maintaining your blood sugar, or making sure that your bones have enough density, or making that you have enough energy to get up in the morning, or the motivation or the drive to do so, to follow your passions and goals.
the ability to follow your passions and goals. And would you say that that falls under what we used to think of as mental health?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you believe that mental health and physical health are both health?
They are both health. They have more to do with each other than many people assume. You cannot have one without the other, because the body and the mind necessarily coexist. And so by maintaining the health of one, you maintain the health of the other, and it makes it easier to strike that balance.
Lately, there's been this push in this country, and it's been pretty recent, to tackle the problem of mental health in a way that includes physical health because of, for example, the mind-gut connection and the microbiome.
All of which is true, very true.
And that neurotransmitter activity, such as, dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, endorphin, adrenaline, all of these activities that create mental health for us, positive mental health, that's all affected either positively or negatively by the food we eat. Would you agree with that?
100%. all that needs to be taken into consideration, because you can't achieve optimal mental health without achieving at least some sort of optimal physical health.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate your time today.
Absolutely. Take care.
In 2015, the Didi Hirsch Suicide Prevention Center broke barriers with the building of its new center on Olympic Boulevard in Century City. The building was likely the first in the nation to have the words Suicide Prevention Center on its exterior, a sign that shame has absolutely no place in conversations about suicide. Am I right?
Woo! Yes!
I'm honored to call to the stage the lovely and very talented actress Sarah Gilman, who just happened to drive by that building during a crisis of her own. Since then, she's been an active member of the Didi Hirsch community and has been steadfast in her support and advocacy. Look how pretty she is. For mental health. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Sarah Gilman to moderate our panel. I first want to say that I was, when SOSA, the Survivors of Suicide Attempts, group therapy sessions that Sherry was just talking about, when they first started up, I can't name the year, many years ago, I was a peer participant in SOSA, having attempted suicide myself.
This gentleman here, his name is Marco. He lost his son.
2015.
Lost his son, Michael, who was in the military. Why are you here today?
For him. For him and for others that have went through the same thing that I went through. And just keep hope alive. Keep going, guys. Never be afraid to ask for help. Never ask.
Let me see your tattoo.
That's it, man.
This is for Michael.
His dog tag.
His dog tag.
And of course, one of the sayings from the Army. Thank you.
What's your name? Audrey. Audrey, good morning. Give it up for Audrey. Come along if you feel like. Audrey, come on. Come on. Feel your body. Bend your knees.
A new study from the Journal of Medical Association Network shows the number of children overweight and or obese has increased, particularly children ages 5 to 11. For adults, more than 73% are overweight or obese, according to the CDC. So how do we get out of potentially unhealthy habit loops and really take control of our health? Tibor Demet, sports and nutrition specialist and founder of Life Boost Fit, joins us this morning with some advice. Good morning, Tibor. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, Tibor, looking at what has happened, it's not so much that the pandemic has caused weight gain, it's just added to it. So why do you think the numbers have gone up?
Well, it directly correlates to unhealthy habit loops that we are created even before the pandemic. But the pandemic, of course, it's increased it. I would like to determine or tell you about the habit loop. It includes three elements. Of course, cue or stimuli, routine, and reward. And I would like to give you an example. So it's very, very true when we talk about children. After dinner, we sit down and watch TV. That's a visual cue, because we are taking in the TV with 2 or 5 senses, right? Sight and sound. And now some of us eat salty and sweet snacks when we are watching TV. This sets up the craving for those unhealthy processed foods the minute we turn on the TV. This behavior eventually becomes a routine. This is the second element of the habit loop. Reward, the third element, is that we receive pleasure and satisfaction from eating these foods. Now, if you allow me a brief aside, my wife is on show of Star Trek Discovery. And we just came back from a convention. And the fans of Star Trek have a line. And that is, live long and prosper.
Studies at UCLA Health show that diet alone, exercise alone, diet and exercise, or diets with appetite suppressants usually result in minimal weight loss with rapid weight regain. When a behavior modification component is combined with any of these weight loss strategies, the results are far better. UCLA is better than Harvard.
All right, very good. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
better than Harvard.
So we have a macronutrient group called built from proteins, carbs, and fats. Okay, these are the macronutrients. This is how the body utilizes these.
I am eating like chicken and like turkey, but it's not the same as I was doing it. But I completely cut out red meat. But I'm loving the feeling, and I'm cutting really fast, and I dropped weight pretty fast too. But so far I'm loving it.
Yeah. So you She is doing all three components. She lost 3% of her body fat, not weight, fat, in the last few weeks, which is amazing progress. So you put back here.
Moscow. 10. 5 more. 15, 30. Knock it out.
Thank you.
Yeah. Get 24, 25. Take the other one. Last one for you. 14. 15. 10 more, you got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So hold your core. And I don't want you to shift your body anyway. Just push it up, straight, with the air. That's right.
I rather get eaten by a shark than get diabetes.
Turn your shoulder to the opposite direction. So the right shoulder goes towards the left knee and the left shoulder goes towards the right knee. Okay? So 20 and 20. That would be one round. And let's try to aim for 3 rounds here. Okay?
20 and 20?
Yeah, 20 and 20. Yes. Alright? Ready, guys? Let's hit it.